from there was so much negative buzz around Xbox with that DRM shit. I remember looking at old videos, Giant Bomb, IGN.
Yeah.
They showed some of the clips in that documentary. Like, yeah, people are confused. What is Xbox doing? What are their policies? Can you play used games? All that shit went around the internet. They were getting hate. Then when that Xbox One reveal, no, Michelle, I disagree. That TV shit hurt them. People was waiting to see what game. No, let's see the Xbox One reveal. By the time the E3 came, they didn't even give a shit about the games.
Yeah, and that E3 was good. We always talk about it was a solid E3, but it just didn't. It was done. The perception was done. That's it. It was there.
Yeah. So the damage was done. Like you said, Darius, the damage was done. I always preferred the Xbox One over the PS4.
Yeah.
Xbox One was a great console. That thing could do some great things. But the public perception of it, Sean, like what's the old saying? The first chance for a good impression. I'm like, what's that old saying? You only get
you only get one chance to make a good
one chance to make a good impression.
Good impression, yeah.
They didn't. With the Xbox One, they didn't. And I blame Don Matrick. Yes. I know Phil said we were all there, but Don was the leader. He said, yo, we're doing this, DRM, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So
it is what it is. We got a console for you.
We got a console. Kendrick Starr, member for 39 months. Don Matrick put out games. Kinect sold more than iPhones. And Dance Central on 360 was fire. Matrick messed up the Xbox launch, but not the games. The games...
See, let me add this. The games were fine, yeah, but the thing is, what worked for the Xbox 360, sometimes it's not guaranteed it's going to work for you again in the next gen. And that's what happened. They double down, triple down on that shit.
On motion gaming and motion gaming.
Full on motion gaming, the entertainment, the core, everything run through your Xbox. They had a HDMI going in, bro. They wanted everything just run into your Xbox One. That was the target, but that's what people were looking for. Now, maybe if the DRM, the online wasn't there, the price was fine, they might have got away with that. Because of them 3-4 things, that's what people were always online. Ooh, we talking about?
Yeah.
Just listen to you. People weren't ready for that shit. They weren't ready for that.
Yeah, they wasn't ready for
it. But I think they would have got away with the movie shit if it wasn't for the DRM, the price, and always online bullshit. They might have got away. They would have got away with that shit.
They might have got away with it, yeah.
But that shit, people weren't ready for that shit. Always online. Now, why are you always online for?
Yeah. Because I heard a story that the industry thought that Xbox was going to dominate because the 360 dominated in the States and in Europe.
Yeah.
That's why they did the deal with Titanfall. EA didn't do exclusive deals, bro. But Titanfall was an exclusive deal. They thought Xbox was going to dominate. It just didn't work out that way. But I agree. Now, Kendrick Starr is not wrong. They had games at the beginning of the generation, but they still focused more on third party. They didn't invest in first party. The only thing they had with first party was Halo, Gears, and Forza. And hell, Gears wasn't even first party back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Don Matrick, I just think, like you said, Sean, but you got to pay attention. Motion gaming was fading out, and they double, triple down on it.
Yeah.
The PlayStation Move failed. That helped PlayStation because they stopped focusing on motion gaming. They said, let's stick to the hardcore gaming for the hardcore gamers. And that helped them. While Xbox was still focusing on motion gaming. So much so that they included the peripheral that made their console go up $100. While PlayStation took their camera out of the box. Yeah, let's get the jump on these POSs. So Don Matrick wasn't paying attention. And he was arrogant. He showed arrogance because Xbox 360 was a monster. He showed arrogance.
Yeah.
We have a console for you. Bro.
All right, then. Geoff Keighley was like, all right, then.
All right, then. All righty, then.
You heard? All right, then.
Geoff Keighley. Inside was like, ooh, this motherfucker messing up.
I got this bitch.
I got this bitch. And it's on camera. I guarantee Geoff Keighley was laughing at his ass.
Yeah, 100%. Get this and let's close it out, bro.
Bounty man, remember for 30 months. But everything they wanted to do, I love it. Huh? So what was the first part of this statement? But everything they wanted to do, I loved it. Oh, he's talking about the Xbox One.
Yeah.
I still think it was a little bit premature for a lot of the stuff they was trying to do.
It doesn't matter, bro. It's one of them.
Still a little bit, yeah. It was still a little premature. But I love the console, bro. I love the console. That shit was fire. Hey, but you know what's so fire? Remember, you used to get the little codes.
Yeah. And this kind of
on the Kinect. You ain't have to type it in.
Yeah.
You just, bro, the Kinect would scan it. Oh, that shit was fire, man. That shit was fire.
Take care, Michelle. Have a good one, yeah. But yeah, just see, shit like that wasn't ready. Like I liked it. Other people liked it, but some people just not ready. And what worked? Like for prime example, PlayStation had they heavily relied on single player games.
Mm-hmm.
That shit worked for them. Absolutely perfect for the PlayStation 4 and knocked down, the second and third party deals and marketing deals. Has it worked for them this gen?
Damn, Sean, that is such a good point. That's such a good point. How I just brought up how motion gaming killed it during the last few years of the Xbox 360 generation. The Nintendo Wii was still hot. What you just said, but going into the Xbox One gen, it was like overnight. Motion gaming was fading out overnight, bro. And Xbox made investments into motion gaming to be a big part of their future with their console. And it killed them because it was fading out overnight. What you just said was exactly right. The PS4 built their foundation with single-player, story-driven games in the PS4 generation. And it worked then. But going into the PS5 generation, where the budget skyrocketed even more, and live service games started to take over, now it's hurting them. They had their single-player studios doing live service games, and it hurt them.
Yep.
12 of them canceled. You're 100% right, Sean, about that. I blame Don Mattrick for not paying attention to the shift in gaming. He wasn't paying attention to motion gaming phasing out. He didn't pay attention to it. And it screwed Xbox. But you just made a good point. Whether it's Sean Layden, Jim Ryan, or whoever, they wasn't paying attention to the rise of live service games, where their single player games, while good games, sold well. The industry, the consumers, maybe don't want those games as much as they did a couple years ago. And the budgets of these games, right?
That's it.
Right? We have a generation of people that don't play shit but Fortnite, Call of Duty, Roblox. They don't care about this $400 million single player masterpiece. They don't care, bro. So you're right about that. That's one thing I give Xbox credit for now. They're paying attention to the numbers. They're paying attention to the engagement. They're paying attention to who's playing
monthly active users.
Monthly active users. Yeah, they're paying attention to what's popular. They're paying attention to is mobile the way to go?
Yeah. 1 second there. Gabs, I've got my car. I'll be coming down in the next 10 minutes or so. 10, 15 minutes.
Hey, Sean, man, don't be talking personal business on show. What the fuck you doing, man? Let me get these two as we get out of here, bro.
Yeah, let's close
Nocturnal Vision with Defy Canadian Dirt. Sean, may your hands never become hooves. Nocturnal Vision, you don't have to worry about that, my man. Never.
The only time you see the hands go like this when I'm breaking someone's jaw.
There you go. Look at that.
There you go. And that's a PlayStation fan.
There you go. Michelle Alexandria with the 2 super stickers. Thank you.
Michelle's going to Popeye's chicken.
Oh, shit.
She's going to Popeye's. Do you know what was funny about Popeyes? It's finally come here, bro.
Y'all got one near me.
Yeah, they got one here now.
Get out of here. Oh, shit.
It's impressed. It's not far from his spot.
Biscuits. If you want the biscuits, drink something with it.